So today is day number 4. It's titled Know It. So do you know what you believe in and why? This is very important. So let's dive in. In order to lead others, you must first believe in it and know why you believe it. So basically what that means is if you're, let's see an example. Okay, let's take something, for example, say one of you play Fortnite, because I know some of you do. One of you don't play Fortnite and you're trying to get your friend to play Fortnite, and then they have questions, they're asking you, how do you play it, what do you do, and you're like, well, I don't know, because you just don't know anything about it. So in order to lead others, you must first know what you believe and what you do and stuff like that. So let's dive in now, for real. So Romans 1:9-10 says, God, whom I serve in my spirit in preaching the gospel of his Son, is my witness how constantly I remember you in my prayers at all times. And I pray that now at last, by God's will, the way may be open for me to come to you. So have you guys ever heard of the term the gospel? Or it's sometimes used as the good news, which it is good news. So what does that mean? What are you supposed to say if someone asks you about the gospel or what's so good about the good news? So, the gospel is also called the good news, but the gospel is God's life. And so just so if some of you didn't know that. But to be a Christian means to live like Christ. But to live like Christ, we need to know how he lived. So that's very important, because if you're trying to play basketball, you're not going to know how to play basketball if soccer is the only thing you know how to play. So, or Fortnite, if PUBG is the only thing you know how to play, you're not going to know how to play Fortnite. So, where was I? As Christians, it's important to know and to understand who Jesus is, how he lived, and what he did on the cross. So that's kind of going back to the gospel, which is God's life. The gospel, or Jesus's life, the gospel is Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and that's where you can find Jesus's life in the Bible. And if we don't get it, we can't live it, which is very important and something that is very true. And so we need to get to know what we believe in and why we believe it, so that we can live it out and share it with others. Because if I claim to be a Christian and somebody comes to me and is like, well, what do you believe in? Like, if they're trying to get a more understanding and I'm like, I don't know, then how are we supposed to share that with others when we're unsure? And so right now at your guys' age, it's a good time to become sure, because you guys are going to have a lot of opportunities through the things you do, whether it be school, sports, games, church, family, everywhere, gas station, I don't know, traveling on a vacation. The Lord can make a way anywhere. Anyway, so 1 Peter 3:15 says, but in your hearts revere Christ as Lord. Always be prepared to give an answer to everyone who asks you to give the reason for the hope that you have, but do this with gentleness and respect. So alongside knowing what you believe in, you must be respectful and gentle with it, because you can't lead people to Christ when you're being mean or rude or but we must be gentle and respectful with this. So if you see somebody doing what they're not supposed to be doing, and you know that in your heart that you shouldn't be doing that, you should be like, hey, you should be doing that, blah, blah, blah. Like, treat it with respectfulness and kindness, because that gets you a lot further. And John 1:12 says, yet to all who did receive them, John 1:12, yet to all who did receive him, to those who believed in his name, he gave the right to become children of God. So not only can we become children of God, but when we know what we believe in and we're able to share that with others, we can lead others to become children of God. So it's very important, because this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Yeah, you have to be able to share your faith to be able to let your light shine. So and John 3:16-18 says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish but have eternal life. For God didn't send his Son into the world to condemn the world, but to save the world through him. Whoever believes in him is not condemned, but whoever doesn't believe stands condemned already, because they have not believed in the name of God's one and only Son." So, with this, God gave his only Son, not just for us, not just for the ones who believe in him, but everybody. The ones who believe in him, the ones who don't, and everybody. I could keep going with the list of... Anyways. So he didn't send his Son in the world to condemn the world, so we shouldn't either. We should not condemn the world. Going back to 1 Peter 3:15, we should do it with gentleness and respect. So we need to be a light to others and to know what we believe in, but we must not condemn the world. We must do it with gentleness and respect, and be kind about it, and be intentional with what you say. And so that's just all I have. I love you guys. Bye-bye.